Stephen Shields Radio Show.
All right. Hello, my wisdomers. I'm back. Hope everyone is well. I hope y'all looking after yourself. You know, I hope you are, working hard in your life to achieve and fulfill your destiny. And basically, overcome the problems of, shadow banning, cancel culture in the entertainment industry. I wonder, it does have a bad impact to have cancel culture and to be cancelled and silenced, for the conservative viewpoint in life and for the right-wing Republican view of cancel culture and what they call all these latest trends on social media, the dangers of Facebook data mining your personal information as well, which is not cool. It's hurt my life, it has hurt my business, and it is offensive for Facebook and Instagram to be doing that and to discriminate me. That problem with these major tech companies is they are racist as well. Snapchat has been racist. And then you think, well, how does Snapchat get away with racism in the technology industry? Now, I'm sitting here right now expressing views on the cancel culture. Anyone wants to share their feelings about cancel culture, please do come on the Stephen Shields Radio Show. Please let me know where you are from. Introduce yourself to me as well, and let me know if you've had any problems with tech companies silencing you because of your core values and your true beliefs that you stand up by and what you believe in as well. It's it's always a problem, isn't it? What we face with huge tech corporations and I mean, I just don't know at the end of the day. I really don't. I really don't know what will happen in the future for tech in general. You know that. So the weather right now is 13.7 degrees Celsius. It feels like 11.6 degrees Celsius, like we're having a winter in springtime. The top weather today, 19 degrees Celsius with a low of 6 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimeter of rain, partly cloudy today. West southwesterly winds, 11 kilometers an hour wind, 11 kilometers an hour gust, 77% humidity, 0.8 millimeter rain since 9 a.m. Rain, 75% high chance of no rain, 50% medium chance of no rain, 25% low chance of at least 1 millimeter. Sydney, Australia today, it's going to be partly cloudy. The chance of fog in the west early this morning. Medium 40% chance of showers, becoming less likely this afternoon. The chance of a thunderstorm during the morning and afternoon with light winds. We got more thunder. So the sunrise today was 6:34 a.m. today. Sunset today is 7 p.m. Sunset, waxing crescent moon phase. First quarter is tomorrow is the next moon phase with a 6 high max UV index, 9:40 a.m. to 3:50 p.m. Sun protection recommended. So have you been cancelled and have you been shadow banned on your social media is the question for today. Have you experienced hardships when you are creating your content on social media is another question too. Have you experienced, cancel culture is another thing. Because all over a political, belief that you have, has that impacted your life to the point where it's gotten to the point where you just can't bear and take it anymore with cancel culture? Now just think about that. It's on the rise. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Just look at it like this. If we stand up to these tech companies, and we stand up for our rights with these tech companies, and we show that we have a voice to stand up to Mark Zuckerberg, okay, I surely guarantee you know, that you can live the best life and beat these tech companies and prove these tech companies wrong. Because isn't that what we're here for? You know, we're here to be content creators. All right, can see we've got a guest waiting on stage. Feel free to join in. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, this is Eva. I'm with the podcast. The more you learn, the less you know. Now,
Nice.
I joined in on your. I listened in, and I was just. Is there a reason why you feel that you were, I guess, targeted?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because on my Instagram, I'm posting amazing content. I'm putting in all my hashtags. But because I have a political view of Republican and free speech, as you know, I've been shadow banned and I'm not getting the engagement that I should be. And after about 2 years, I've only got 100 followers. So clearly, someone in their back end is playing around to try to
Mm-hmm.
make my life hard. So I've gone to a Twitter alternative called Gab Social. You've probably heard of it. Um, Twitter's doing the same thing to me, and I'm on
Uh-huh.
another one called Webtalk, so I can get more reach to people. So
Mm-hmm.
that's been my experience with shadow banning. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Eva, and like I said,
Eva.
it's me and my husband. We do a podcast. We're pretty new to it, but I've recently, been noticing, and not us, or not ourselves, not our podcast quite yet, but I have noticed, and I've, met with people and spoken with people who have, podcast, websites. Uh, where that's quite common now. And
Yeah.
I hadn't really noticed it until recently, until I got onto, got into this type of, content creation type, you know, uh, sector of of media that, I really thought it wasn't a thing. I really did. I was like, oh man, what are these people talking about? There's no cancel culture. I've never, seen it or heard of that. What's going on? But then when you really see, what it is and what I think it is, free thought. They don't want people to have free thought. They don't want free speech. They don't want people, speaking their mind. If you're saying
Exactly.
something that they, don't want out there, they don't want us like sharing information with each other, then that's when this cancel culture, comes into play. And it's just like, it's a way of censoring us, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's happening to Fox News as well on Twitter. It's more worse in America than it is in Australia. I think it'll get worse before it gets better. Like I said, it's all about looking for other social medias like Gab Social. For me, it's like another Twitter or Truth Social. Donald Trump's. I don't know what's happening with Truth Social. I know you guys have got it in the US.
Right. It's pretty
I'm
crazy out
trying to
here.
get on it. I'm trying to get on Truth Social, but they're not getting back to me, so I don't know. But it's like Rumble, for instance. I'm on Rumble now. I'm on Odysee, Ultreon. These are YouTube alternatives where you can sync your YouTube channel because it's to the
Yeah, I've
point
heard it's
where
great.
YouTube is making it very impossible for a small channel to get noticed, and yet
Yeah.
they deny it. I actually wrote a letter to the CEO of YouTube, a
Hmm.
hard copy letter to their office. They still have not replied to me. It's been 6 months.
Oh wow, that's not very professional.
No, it's not very professional. It's not cool either.
Not at all. Now,
And mhm,
when would you say this all began? How long have you had your platforms,
2 years,
available, up and running? 2 years.
yeah.
And
So
how long before?
I've paid
How
my
long until you
dues. I've
noticed it happening?
would have been about, I'd say, a year on Instagram. I'd be consistent, and I'm just thinking, why isn't anyone engaging with me? Why aren't I growing? What's going on? This is.
Hmm.
I've actually wrote to Instagram and said, why isn't anyone engaging with my post?
Right. And did they respond?
No.
Hmm. Okay. And I'm assuming that you like, did you enter, content creation with any information? Like, did you know, I guess there's like, like, not courses or classes, but you could do some, obviously some education and research on it. I mean, there's nothing that, I mean, I guess I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this. I
Uh,
never had heard of you before, but I started following you because I was
uh,
interested. And
uh,
I'm just curious. I've seen a lot. I've seen it happening to people.
mm.
I'm trying to get what the I'm trying to understand what the common denominator is, basically. But what I
Well,
can
I'll
tell,
tell
like I
you
said
what.
so far.
Yeah, I was reading the Sydney Morning Herald, which is probably like the New York Times for you, and there was an article about shadow banning on Facebook. So I start
Yeah.
reading it. I'm like, this is I could relate to this. So this is what's
All right.
going on, and they don't tell you. It's all done in secret.
Oh yeah. They like I said, it seems like they just want to shut people off,
Yeah.
which means they want to shut people up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want, they don't want to have that free speech available for everybody because they're in with big companies, with the government, whatever you want to call
Mm.
it, you know, and they want to silence people. They want to silence people, and I find that to be a huge, huge, huge thing right now.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's where this whole cancel culture came around because people are speaking their mind. People are waking up to what the hell is really going on,
exactly.
and they don't want us sharing that information. They don't want spreading it. They don't want us spreading it far and wide. Are
Well,
you?
a lot of these tech companies are affiliated with the Democrats, and they will all influence I know YouTube influenced the 2008 presidential election for Barack Obama to win.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, here in America, like I don't even know what the hell's going on. It's
Mm.
it's getting kind of scary, to tell you the truth. I've never been so embarrassed. I've never been. I I don't even want to go there, but it's a shame, really. And really, there's no freedom. There's no freedom. You know, people are like, "Oh, the American dream, this and that." There's no American dream. Okay, maybe if you do come in from another country, you might have that inkling of what you might, think you're coming here
Mm-hmm.
for. Make money, because yeah, you'll make a lot of money off of us because we're stupid. We're consumers. We're consumers. That's it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's our own fault. But that's what it is. It's cancel culture is basically shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear it. We don't want you sharing it. We don't want you speaking your mind. Is what I feel.
Exactly.
But Stephen, I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, feel free to stay on as long as you want and keep chatting if you want, because this is interesting. I noticed you got a UFO logo on your avatar, which is pretty cool. Do you believe in aliens, or what's your
Oh
story?
yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's kind of hard to. It's kind of like the name of our blog. The more you
Mm-hmm.
learn, the
Mm-hmm.
more it fucking feels. Or I'm sorry, I don't mean to curse, but the more it feels like you really don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Because you start to learn, and you really have to be. Um, you really have to think about it. You can't take everything for a for what it's worth. It's just like they used to
Exactly.
say, oh, you can't believe everything you see on TV. You cannot believe
Oh
everything
shit,
you
yeah.
see on the internet. You can't. But I like to research. I like to read. I like to, engage with people. I like to go meet people. I
Well.
have just in the past. Let me see. I met my husband about
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago, and I had always been kind of into like paranormal, conspiracy theories, things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I never could find people around me that I don't want to say into that. They were interested in those type of things. I just
Yeah.
wasn't. But then I met my husband, and it was like, whoa, freedom to be who I want to be. And he just like we started like bouncing things off of each other all the time. Aliens was like the first thing that we really started like talking about. And oh man, we've had
Sure.
some we've had some crazy stuff happen to us because I don't know. You're in Australia, right?
Yeah.
Uh, what's his name? Dr. Richard Greer.
Mm-hmm.
There's my husband Rob. He's the one who
Mm-hmm.
co-hosts our podcast with me. But there's a Dr. Richard Greer, and we started doing kind of wanted to learn about him. He's actually got a documentary on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
He's got a couple, like two or three. Well, he's talking about this thing he calls the CE5.
Mm-hmm.
It's a protocol that he does to contact aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, you know what, just kind of like kidding around. Let's go do it. Let's go try it out.
Mm-hmm.
It was the craziest thing. The
Right.
craziest thing. And the thing is, like, we downloaded his app because they have an app that you can
Mm-hmm.
download all about it, and it kind of tells you like other people that are interested in doing CE5s in your area. Well, the
Mm-hmm.
more people that are doing these protocols, the CE5 protocol, the more likely, the more activity you're going to get because it's drawing them to where you're at. I had
Also,
never, ever in my life, ever, ever, ever seen a UFO or anything like that until that
well,
day when we did it. And from
see
that
that
day
guy
forth,
that did that documentary, Bob Lazar or something like that.
that's another. Yeah, he's got a documentary too. Yeah, that's another guy. He's
Look,
got an interesting talk. I don't know if you know who. You probably do, but Joe Rogan. I like his
oh yeah,
conversation. He had him. He had him on his show.
he had Mark Zuckerberg
Um,
on his show. Oh god,
mhm.
I'm not gonna listen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he told.
yeah. No, look, with aliens, look, I've never seen an alien. If I did, I'd believe it. But Bill Clinton. Do you believe Bill Clinton was an alien?
I believe he might be a reptilian. Most definitely. Yeah, reptoid.
A Brill.
something like that.
She's a Brill.
I don't know. Honestly,
Go look up a Brill, man.
the Clintons, him and Hillary, there's something up with those two. I think she might be a robot. Who knows? Who knows? And that's the thing. It's fun to kind of talk about, because we don't really know. We don't really know, but
Hillary's been MK.
I'd like to think that normal human beings wouldn't act as stupid as they do. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of put it. They gotta be. They gotta be.
So talking about aliens, have you seen the patents?
I've seen some patents on the internet, but not in person.
Well, the U.S. has got patents out. The first one is inertial mass reduction craft. Inertial mass reduction craft. That's basically talking about the triangular TE3B crafts that we've got. Because we've had
UFOs.
We have UFO craft
for quite some time.
But if you got the internet, pull up inertial mass reduction craft on Google Patents, and that's where you start. Start with Salvatore Pius.
Man, you could go into a rabbit hole that you'll never dig yourself out of. I'll tell you what. And that's what I'm telling you. I got with my husband, and I felt like I could be the person I wanted to be because I could talk about all the cool stuff I wanted to talk about, and I didn't sound stupid. I didn't look like a crazy person.
Well, actually, German Nazis were trying to build UFOs in World War II.
Way before, yeah.
The Wonderbot, the Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They successfully did it.
Yeah, they did. I believe there's some, I can't remember what talk I saw or who it was. It was maybe a video or something, but they were saying that they believe that right now the dark side of the moon is actually occupied by Germany. Like they have a major base out there.
They had a Nazi-shaped base, but we took it over.
Yeah. But it's crazy stuff, right? It's crazy stuff. And I want to ask you, Stephen, you said that you're a Republican, right?
Yeah, well, that's who I support, right wing.
Okay. And so in Australia, and I don't know a lot about Australian government, how it works out there. Can you explain that to me a little bit? I'm just kind of curious.
It's like the Liberal government lowering taxes, supporting small businesses, not investing in climate change, keeping the economy going pretty much.
Climate change is a farce.
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of similar to the democracy we kind of perceive here, correct?
I'll tell you the sad thing about the Australian right-wing Liberal government. They're falling to pieces because they're all lefties in there. It's quite sad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this happening to the Republican Party in the US?
Well, I and this is something that my husband keeps up with. I don't believe in a left or right. I don't believe in a Democrat or a Republican. I believe they're all. It's just a show. I don't believe that we actually have any, vote. I don't believe that. I really don't. I think they're just they're having their little, Game of Thrones per se on their end, who's going to rule the roost at that time, but I don't think it's real. I think it's all just, a farce to control our masses, because I don't think it either way. They're never really helping us. I mean, I don't feel any benefit from our government, and it's been like that for a long time. And it's sad because as an adult, you really start to see, how corrupt things are, how strange things can really be, and how like I said, the more you really start to delve and research into your own government, the more you start to realize they've really been pulling a fast one on us for a long time, and it really starts to make you mad. It really, I get more upset than anything because it infuriates me, because it all ends up going back to like insane things. Like I can't believe that our government. There's just I can't believe it, to tell you the truth. I can't believe that we let them do this. And I see countries across the world, rioting and marching on their governments, and I'm like, that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
Well, I was watching the CPAC conference. It's like the Conservative conference in Australia. And we're talking about COVID-19 and how all world governments used it for their advantage to become a police state, especially in Australia as well.
Oh, man. I was going to ask you if that was the case. Was it because they made it seem here in America that it was really bad out there, that they had you guys like locked down and stuff?
In Melbourne, Australia, a pregnant woman got arrested in her house for organising a peaceful protest, and 2 years later this year they dropped the charges because the Melburnian police wanted to become a police state with left-wing Premier Daniel Andrews to take power. That's what it become.
Wow,
And
so it
she
did get pretty
did
bad.
nothing.
Totalitarian.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Melbourne, not in
And
Sydney.
how far are you from there? What part are you in?
New South Wales.
Okay. So you guys, Australia's still under the British monarchy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it goes to show that I think there should be a royal commission into this on how this was handled, even with Dr. Fauci, if this virus was made in a laboratory.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
I can tell you exactly where it came from.
Yeah, my
Where?
husband he's extremely knowledgeable, and he does a lot more research than he probably should be. I have to say there's been a couple of times that we've actually felt,
At threat.
because
Shit.
he, like I said, he does a little bit more research and he delves into things way he's very tech savvy. So he delves into things maybe a little bit too deep for my liking. And so yeah, we have it's funny, but it's not funny at the same time because it can be quite scary around here.
Yeah.
I held a top secret clearance for this government, so I really don't think they'd come after me because I like to keep my secrets. But I mean, there's a lot of shit going down that everybody should know about, and it's sad that
Oh,
they
fuck
don't
yeah.
because most people don't pay attention to what's going on.
That goes back to what I think is the consumer in all of the American public. We're so consumer driven that we don't care about anything else, and the government, I think, has played a huge role in that. The hugest role that I can ever, that they probably have ever really made. They put all of their efforts into conning and making us into a subdued, people instead of using that effort into working with us and helping the American citizen instead. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's a shame, really. It's
If
a
I can
shame.
get your number after y'all talk, I'll send you some information that you might want to be enlightened on.
Yeah, go for it. Send me your social media so I can give you a follow as well. And yeah. Awesome.
For sure. Well, actually, we were actually going to head out the door. I just wanted to kind of get on and let you know that you're not alone. Like I said, there's people out there around here that I know. Cancel culture has really affected them, and
Cancel culture's horrible.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't know much about it until past year or two, and that, like I said, I met people who it was affecting, and it's just it's them trying to shut us up. It's what it is. It's just them trying to keep everybody quiet.
I got the perfect one for them.
But hey, Steven, thanks for having us on, man. We really got to head out. We'll talk to you later.
Awesome. Feel free to come back on the show when you want. Take care.
Will do. Thanks, man.
Bye.
Thanks for talking.
Bye.
You too. Bye. All right, that's awesome. Whenever can I have a guest come on, all the way in the United States, it's amazing doing the Wisdom Show. But yeah, we just got to stand up for cancel culture, I guess. You just got to stand up for your rights as a content creator, because I'm just fed up. Really, I'm to the point. I'm over it. I've noticed some of my talks here on Wisdom I've been silenced at times. I don't know. I probably was going off my head sometimes because there are days I just get really fed up with it. I like to say things how they are. I'm in the beginning stages of my life. And Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening to me, please stop canceling people. Okay. Give conservatives a chance to get heard, or we will be leaving your platform. And if too many people start leaving Facebook and Instagram and all your leftist platforms, you're the one losing money, okay? What you have done is discrimination, it's offensive, and it's disrespectful, okay? Because you want to take advantage of the media. You want to silence me for what I believe in. You want to silence my conservative listeners. At the end of the day, it'll bite you in the backside when you lose, because I'm going to be the winner, okay? I'm the winner. Now, you can go on the Joe Rogan Experience all you want and talk all the shit you want about the metaverse and artificial intelligence. And if you want to start saying to people, oh yeah, you can have a little robot as your friend with a little camera in your eye socket, dude, you got issues that need to be addressed. At one point, you know, I've had friendships break up over Facebook as well. I really don't care about it. I don't care about your product, Mark Zuckerberg. I really don't. You know, because I'm fed up with you trying to tell me to believe in climate change or being censored. I know there's someone in your back office in San Francisco who's fucking around with me and playing games with me, and this needs to stop. Because, you know, I'm fed up. Alright? It was like Clubhouse. The same problem with Clubhouse I had. There's too many dickheads in Clubhouse. They're developers who just don't care and want to shove LGBTQ community down my throat. Alright? I don't care. What you do in your life is your business, but don't be shoving things down my throat that I'm not interested in. Now, I know I do get controversial on my show, but I love my show. I'm here to tell the truth. We've got to stand up for cancel culture. Dr. Phil's even been reporting about cancel culture. You know that. But it's all about, well, finding, well, what is the true conservative voice that we can bring back? Where is the true conservative government in Australia? Why is there liberals in Australia, Angus Taylor as well, wanting to say, oh, we need to get net zero by 2040, blah, blah, blah? Why is it that there's liberals who say that they're a liberal? Well, I'm talking about the right-wing government from my Australian Republican would be. They say that they're a Republican or a liberal, but yet they're in the background, in secret. They're believing in climate change, and they're lefties, like Malcolm Turnbull. Malcolm Turnbull, in my opinion, he was not a true liberal. He was a Labour man, but he says he was a liberal. I mean, this goes on in all parties, by the way. And I just get fed up with it. I'm fed up with secrecy in our governments. I'm fed up with cancel culture. I'm fed up with people telling me what I can and can't believe in with my life. Okay? I'm fed up with our governments not telling the truth to the population and to society. All right? I'm fed up with tech corporations taking advantage of me. You know that? And then you think, well, something very dodgy and weird is going on here. It's like the NDIS, National Disability Insurance Scheme, was a disaster. The NDIS. for people with disabilities in Australia, the NDIS, National Disability Insurance Scheme, taking advantage of disabled Australians and price scalping the government, ripping the government off, and that is unacceptable. I saw from day one that, hey, the National Disability Insurance Scheme was going to be a disaster. People don't realise that the power of these tech corporations have to shut you down tomorrow and just switch your account off. They can just do that just like that in a blink of an eye in secret. Now I'm looking at a magpie now on top of a tree, just sitting there. I'm just having a watch it, looking at this magpie. You know, because I like animals. I think animals are great for our environment as well. You know that. But to what point of secrecy did it have to be with Daniel Andrews to be living in secret? Why so secret with the left? Why so secret? You know, let's be honest. What was so secret, and why so secret about the left? Why, you know, with the coronavirus, why it was it that I'm talking about all governments, right, left, independent, whatever, had the opportunity to make profit out of it and make business. Even the doctors making money out of vaccines and scaring people with getting vaccinated. Now, I know COVID-19 is a bad virus. I know the effects of long COVID. But what's worse, and Dr. Phil was right, was the mental health that it was going to do. Now, I noticed when the 2020 pandemic came around, he reported on Black Lives Matter, which is quite sad as well. Very sad. And then you think about in Melbourne, Australia, having a curfew at night, you had to be home at 10 p.m. This is like you're living in wartime. You're living in a war in Australia. This is just crazy stuff. You know, this is crazy. But I mean, I don't know what the end result will be. The investigation will be for a Royal Commission inquiry. Price of inflation has gotten to the point where it's ridiculous just to have food on the table. I want to know, like, if anyone else has had the same problem of cancel culture and shadow banning as well. I feel that you've got to get your voice heard out there in the world. I'm all about standing up for my beliefs and my core values and my true calling as well. I'm all about, looking at ways that I can improve with self-development, personal development as well. Spiritual development is important. Because you got to be hungry for success. Got to be hungry for success as well. Definitely got to be hungry for success. You know that? It's, I mean, I don't know at the end of the day what to say. to be honest. I really don't. I just to the point where I'm fed up. You know, really I am fed up. And it's gotten to the point where it's hurting me as a content creator. It's affected my life. It's discriminated me. And I just think, why? Why? As well. People have laughed at me. People don't take me seriously in this business because they're in denial, because yet I tell the truth and I stand up for the truth. You know, like I said, with Mark Zuckerberg, I'm not going to let you intimidate me. I'm not going to let you put me down. I'm the winner. Because I have the winner's mentality, not you. All right? I'm the winner in this business. I am the best that I can be in this business. You know, I will be the winner. I will be the one who's successful. That's why your affirmations are very important in life. Especially when you're starting out your journey, you got to do your affirmations to keep going, to be successful. Your affirmations are very important for success. Prosperity, peace, love, abundance. You know, I mean, I just want to say at the end of the day, you know, I published a new album called Dead Man Walking that's available on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you stream your music. So I highly encourage people to check that out, have a listen, share it on their social media as well. I'm on Gap Social if you want to follow me there as well. I'm on Webtalk too. So definitely give me a follow on Webtalk if you can. I found it's been helpful to be able to, you know, monetize my content, because that's what I believe in, monetizing straight away and not relying on someone else to say that I've got to monetize. You know that. Because I'm here to be the winner. I'm the winner. Okay? I am the winner. Not Mark Zuckerberg. I am the winner in life. And that's what I stand up for. You know, it's all about standing up for your rights. It's all about finding your true calling in life. And let me know where you're from and if you've had cancel culture destroy and ruin your business. Because it's just not right, cancel culture. Cancel culture has made life very devastating for me. You know. And just think about that. You know, as I host this podcast on wisdom, I'm really enjoying wisdom. You know, because it's awesome to be on wisdom. But we did see the times of the lockdowns as well get very hard on mental health. You know, I feel that, yeah, Needs to be a Royal Commission inquiry as well into it. Definitely needs to be a Royal Commission inquiry into the coronavirus pandemic. I mean, life is all about, finding, what your niche is. And being able to, look at the values that you want to have as well. You know that. And find out, well, hey, I do believe in myself. You know that. As an entrepreneur. And so that's how it is. Especially in this business of content creation, to be able to create content for a living is darn awesome. You know that. And that's what it is. It's all about believing in yourself and finding, well, what's successful for you. All right, I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for listening in. Thank you for tuning in to the Stephen Shields radio show as well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show. And turn on your notifications. I've got a new album called Dead Man Walking that's available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Apple Music as well. The podcast is available on Spotify or wherever you want to download your podcast as well. And guys, also keep working hard. Stay blessed. Bye for now.